gore, and I don't give a fuck. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Gore's Month of Horror number 2, and before I start, just want to say thanks to HD Shadow on YouTube for making me that intro. I hope you liked it. It's a little long, but I think it's good. So anyway, Gore's Month of Horror number 2. I decided, seeing that, you know, Resident Evil 6 just came out, video game of course, but many people know it as a movie series as well. I decided, you know what, it's a horror series, somewhat, still I guess. I decided, you know, I'm going to review 2 Resident Evil movies in one review. That's right, a double feature, Grindhouse style. Okay, I can't say Grindhouse, what the hell. So Grindhouse style, I'm going to review 2 horror movies this time, and they're both Resident Evil movies, and no, it's not the ones with Milla Jovovich. No, these ones are Resident Evil Degeneration and Resident Evil Damnation. Both were animated movies. One came out a few years ago, back in 2008, that's Degeneration, and Damnation just came out a couple weeks ago actually. And you know what? Let's start off with the first one, which is Degeneration. I warn you, this review is probably going to be long, seeing that I'm reviewing 2 movies. So, there you go. Anyway, the story for Degeneration follows Claire Redfield, one of the main characters of Resident Evil 2 and Code Veronica X and a couple other ones, I think, I don't remember. But she's there, she's investigating an airport, I think. I don't know what she's doing, to be honest. She's just at an airport. She's hanging around, doing girly things. I don't know what the hell she's doing. And then boom, zombie outbreak happens right on the airport. Freaking airplane come crashing through the building. It looks freaking awesome and just crashes through the building. And she's like, oh my god, what's happening? And she goes and tries to save this little girl and the mayor of the city and stuff. And she's trying to get them out of there. And then boom, 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 crash through a door. Guess who comes in? Leon S. Kennedy. He's whooping some ass and he's killing some zombies. And him and Claire have to go and team up, get those people out of the airport, and then go find out what really happened. Why did the zombie outbreak just happen again? Why is history repeating itself at a fucking airport? So they go and have to go and figure it out, of course, and their trail leads to some dude and his sister, who Leon, I ain't gonna spoil that, but it leads to this dude pretty much, and the sister, who isn't really in the whole plan of like killing everybody and turning everybody into zombies, but it leads to this dude pretty much who is going around trying to spread a virus pretty much, and Leon and Claire have to go and stop him. That's really the plot here. And the sister, she's just tagging along. She's there from the beginning, to be honest, so she's just tagging along. So anyway, that's really the story for Degeneration. They have to go stop that dude before he does more damage, and of course turn himself into a monster, because that's gonna happen. So the story here is pretty simple. It's pretty flat, to be honest. It's not very interesting, but the characters are likable. The voice acting, for the most part, is decent. You know, it's not amazing. Ooh, it's not amazing, like me breaking my voice, you know. My voice isn't great. It breaks sometimes, alright? Get over it. For the most part, it does the job. It makes Leon sound somewhat badass. It makes Claire sound like a little freaking girl that shouldn't even be there. It makes everybody in the background and foreground sound like the zombies or the annoying characters that they are. For the most part, the voice acting is okay. The story here is flat, but it's entertaining just to see some of the action, some of the things Leon will do, because, let's be honest, Leon's a badass. And he'll flip around, he'll do some karate chops to a zombie, he'll get his knife, he'll stab some dudes, he'll say one really cheesy one-liner here and there, and that's what we want from an action hero. We want cheesy one-liners, we want some, you know, ninja reflexes, we want some knife action. You know, shooting, that's fun, but knives, that gets personal and friggin', it gets brutal sometimes. So yeah, it's really fun just to watch Leon go at it, you know, and everybody else too, don't get me wrong, everybody else has some action scenes too, like Claire and the sister in the movie and stuff. And yeah, for the most part, the action is a lot of fun. It's not very scary, but I will say this, the CG is very, very good in here, and that means whenever there's a monster, like a zombie or a big-ass monster that appears out of nowhere, it actually is kind of creepy to look at how well designed it is and how, you know, like the flesh is falling off of it, or how many appendages a creature has. It's actually kind of creepy to look at, but for the most part, there's no real scares, not even real jump scares, to be honest. So overall, I think Resident Evil Degeneration is a fun little movie, but it's not amazing. It has some cool action, the CG's fantastic, the creatures look pretty cool, but the story's pretty flat and the voice acting isn't that great. So there you go, there's Resident Evil Degeneration. Now let's go on to Damnation. So the story here for Resident Evil Damnation follows Leon S. Kennedy this time as pretty much the main character. There's no Claire Redfield. There is another character that comes in later on in the movie, but I'll talk about her in a second. But Leon S. Kennedy's in an Eastern European country. They don't give the name of this Eastern European country, but at least I don't think so. But it's an Eastern European country, one of, I think, 2 or 3 that are having like an all-out civil war. They're all like just going to war against each other for some reason. I didn't really listen to that part very good, but they're having a civil war for some reason. And this European country that Leon is in is actually using BOWs, bioorganic weapons, which are pretty much the big-ass creatures you see in Resident Evil, like lickers and tyrants and whatever. And they're using them to defeat their enemy. And of course, Leon and everybody else that Leon works for is like, oh no, that's not good, that's not good, no, because let's be honest, that's gonna go horribly wrong. And he goes there, automatically Leon gets told that the mission has been aborted, but Leon goes, screw that, I'm gonna go find this person that's doing this, and then hangs up the phone. He doesn't do that, but he goes on his own adventure, and he, right immediately gets captured by the resistance that is going on, that of course, wants to go overthrow the leader, who is the real one that's actually creating all these creatures. You learn that right in the beginning. So Leon teams up with this resistance to go overthrow this president, leader, ma'am, girl, and that's really the story. He just goes around doing that, and he actually meets up with another character, like I said earlier, from the video games, Ada Wong, who has been in a lot of stuff recently. I mean, she's in the new game, she's in this, she was in that last Resident Evil movie. I mean, sure, Leon S. Kennedy was too, but he's the main character, let's be honest. I guess whatever Leon's in, Ada Wong will be in. I guess that makes sense. So anyway, there you go, there's the story. The story overall for Damnation, I wouldn't say is better than Degeneration, like story-wise, but I would say it's more tolerable because 2 reasons. One, it actually ties into Resident Evil 6 pretty damn good. I mean, there's I would say there's 2 reasons automatically that I think it really does tie into Resident Evil 6. One plot point that comes at the end, which I won't spoil, and the other one, which isn't a spoiler, is the way Leon looks. You know, he has the long hair, just like he does in RE6. He has the facial features, you know, he got the little goatee or whatever the hell he has. He has like that rough gruff look. And I don't know, it looks exactly like he does in the new video game, so I thought that was kind of cool. It tied into how he looks in the new game, and it makes it feel like maybe this isn't taking place that far away from Resident Evil 6. So, I don't know, I thought that was kind of cool. And my second reason is because they actually introduced some characters in this, I would say about 2 characters that are actually likable. Now, the voice acting and the dialogue is not very good in this. There's a lot of one-liners this time. Like, right in the beginning, Leon spews out some horrible one-liners. Oh my god. I mean, I still love the guy, but still, some horrible one-liners. And, yeah, the dialogue, the script, and even the voice acting isn't that great. But they actually give us some likable characters, some brand new likable characters. Like, there's one partner that Leon teams up with named, I think his name's TD or something like that, or LD, I can't remember. It's just 2 letters. And his voice actor is just fun. He's having a good time. And I don't know why, I just love that character. He's just having a good time. He just wants to hang out with his friends. And he pretty much says that at one point. I just wanted to hang out with you guys. And it's actually pretty, it's pretty sad. That it's a zombie outbreak and he just wants to have fun. I don't know why. I just like that character. I really do. The voice actor did a pretty good job too. The voice acting, you know, for the most part, you know, is not that great. Leon S. Kennedy has a different voice actor this time. Degeneration was voiced by a completely different dude. This time they got the guy that voices him in Resident Evil 6, and he does a good job. The rest of the voice acting is okay for the most part. Not great, again, the dialogue isn't great, so it doesn't make the voice acting seem any better, so yeah. For the most part, I thought the voice acting wasn't that great. I thought the story was meh, but I really liked the new characters. I really, really love the animation. Again, I mean, they just took Degeneration and made it crisper and nicer. And they actually made it a little darker and kind of more intense at times, which I thought was really cool. And the action here, Oh crap. There's a whole 20-minute scene at the end of this movie, and it's not a very long movie, it's about an hour and a half. There's a whole 20-minute scene where Leon and some other dude that you meet in the movie fight off one of the tyrants from the video game, and it's freaking dope. And just watching them just like figure out how to kill this thing with just like a bunch of like pistols and stuff, and it's a huge thing that can't get killed by stuff like that. So you have to like watch them figure out how to kill this thing, and it's really, really cool. It's actually a really badass action scene. And for the most part, I just thought this was actually a very, very fun movie. The story's not that great. Again, the voice acting isn't great, but the animation is superb. The action is badass, and I like how it actually ties into Resident Evil 6. So you know what? I'm going to give Resident Evil Degeneration, because I'm going to score both of them now. Degeneration, I'm going to give a 27 out of 40. Didn't think it was amazing, but it was a fun time, and I like seeing Claire Redfield and Leon S. Kennedy back together after Resident Evil 2, of course. And I'm going to give Resident Evil Damnation, I'm going to give that one a 31 out of 40. I actually really enjoyed that one because the action was pretty freaking dope, I have to admit. So there you go, there's my reviews. I know it was longer, but I had two movies to talk about. So anyway, look forward to another review tomorrow. I don't know what it will be, but I have to go watch it today, whatever it's going to be. So yeah, there you go. There's my 2 reviews. I hope you enjoyed them. Thank you, and goodbye.